Guy in that four-wheel drive just caught off the corner, jumped the curb. It's kind of funny. So woke up this morning pretty early to go and meet with a bunch of guys from Sydney Rider. If you don't know them, they're it's an online forum, sydneyriders.com, I think it is, com.au. Google it. There are a bunch of riders here in Sydney. Yeah, they organise a few rides from time to time, and it's fun to go along with them because there's a few good riders, a few nice bikes to look at, and they always pick a nice route. But we were a little bit annoyed because we all pulled up at the McDonald's at Sylvania, and we were thinking, well, is it going to rain? Is it going to rain? Well, might not. Might rain. Should be right. You know, typical attitude, Australian attitude. Should be right, mate. And off we went. Rode through the national park, and of course it poured down. Well, it didn't really pour down, but it was definitely a good good sprinkle. And those of us not wearing, you know, full wet weather gear, we got pretty wet. I do have wet weather gear, but I don't wear it in the summer because it's too hot. And so we got to Bald Hill, which is the usual meeting stopping place after running through the national park. And we thought, well, we'll ride for a little bit, we'll go to pub, have breakfast, and then, you know, make a decision then. We had our breakfast, made a decision, we're all going home. Okay, so we went home. And of course I'm sitting there at home now for the last couple of hours, looking outside the window and just seeing this glorious weather and wishing that I hadn't turned around, that I had gone all the way. And I'm sure Macquarie Pass would have been still wet, but the rest of it's a great ride. And so here I am, jumping on the bike again to get outside and go for a little bit of a ride. And I plan on going down to, I don't know yet, maybe I'll go as far as Bondi. We'll see what the time's like. I did promise my lovely wife that I'd be back in an hour. I guess it'll probably only take me an hour to get down there. So yeah, group rides are definitely worthwhile doing, or even just long rides. If you're new to riding, then you definitely want to get on your bike on a weekend and ride as much as you can. It's been over a month since I've had a long ride, and I definitely felt the difference. You know, getting out there, I was a lot less confident going around the corners than I was a month ago when I last went through. And that's the thing, you know, it helps your confidence, you practice the corners, and you get through, you get to see other riders, how they take the corners. You know, don't try and ape people as you're going on these rides, because they've obviously got a lot more experience than you, and you probably can't go through the corners as quickly as they can. So yeah, well, I guess it was a fun ride, but it's just a bit wet. I did take some video, but I won't put it up because it's pretty boring. You just see lots of splotches on the camera, and I think that's the limitation of these Contour HD cameras. They're not so good when it's wet. But I think it's any camera really. The guys that stick their cameras in their helmets, I think maybe they get a slightly better picture when it's wet, but otherwise these HD cameras you stick on your helmet I think are better quality overall.